Welcome back to another upper body workout. Today we are maxing out on the incline close grip pause bench. I chose this variation because it's extremely specific to what I'm trying to build. I need a better incline, overhead press, and flat, plus my triceps are proportionally lagging. And this is one of the best movements to address that. Plus I haven't maxed out on this before, so I was really curious to see what this would be like compared to a standard close grip bench. So ramping the weights up, this is how I got my incline on 2 plyo boxes. 285 flies up, which I'm really happy about because you've seen me do 295 with a regular grip. Okay, so far it's going well. Just at 285. Now I'm wondering if I should jump to 20 pounds or go right into 315. It's like my ego's calling to me, but at the same time I don't want to make a bad mistake. So you pretty much only got one shot. You're gonna go 9 or a 10. That's something you gotta figure out in these moments. So right now I'm really debating in my head, trying to get my mind right. So let's get this single in. You know I'm doing the max effort method every single week. So decided to hype up for this attempt just because I felt like it. I want to be past that 300 mark. And yeah, man, let's freaking get it. Should've done 15, god damn it. Okay, so that went way better than I expected. It is what it is. I'm not mad whatsoever, man. You know, it was at least an RP9. I got a nice PR and haven't touched this weight before. And last time you saw me do 3 plates, but it was my butt off the bench. So at least I know that I'm making strength gains, given the close grip and all that. So, I don't know. What do you want to see me max out with next? Because I'm rotating the variation every single week. I was thinking maybe a flat close grip bench just to get a nice comparison in. Like, you see me do close grip with the chains recently, 325 plus 60. So, how does it compare? Like, I'm so curious to see how all the variations blended together. But yeah, man, so far I'm really happy with the gains. Like, my incline strength is improving, and I'm noticing that my new volume setup and all that is working. So join me on this quest. Let's get it. Let's get these gains. So yeah, man, here's the back off sets. 3 sets of 8 close grip pause. So exact same setup. I think I'm going to do this again next week, but just do a classic 3x10. So that's to build extra performance, and it aids in building the muscles as well. Like, you got to have high volume, at least your maximum recoverable volume, and I'll make more videos on that. And yeah, for the third exercise, Swiss bar overhead press. Last week I did 120 pounds. I ramped it up by 5, and it was way easier. So again, the gains are here, man. This is a very difficult variation. I find the Swiss bar to be much more challenging, especially with that grip width. And you have to stabilize the load a lot at the top. So it hammers the upper back, hammers the tris. If you have access to this in your gym, I would highly recommend it. But yeah, man, what we're doing is maxing on a variation. Then we strip it down, do some back offsets. Then we do a third press, which is typically overhead because we're in a fatigue state and we get more out of less weight. Like, I don't have to go above 135. Although I have done that with a straight bar since it's easier. Stuff, man, we're doing it. Fatigue state, getting more or less weight. So here's the final set. As you can see, the upper back is popping. Guys don't realize that the OHB gets you pumped in this area. It's crazy, but it's true. Like, I did a pose the other day, and I had done any back training before, but the lats, traps, overall upper back was showing like crazy. So I would highly recommend that you give the overhead press a shot. I neglected it for so long, and I have to say it was one of the greatest mistakes I ever did. But imagine what my gains would have been like if I never dropped this movement. The extensions, then some to the back. It really is an exercise that allows you to get more out of less weight, and it's so effective at raising your strength and size. It's more than front delts, man. See my video on overhead press specialization. And yeah, here's an extension. I'm doing them every single workout. I feel like this is really what's going to take my tris to the next level. Very important as you get more advanced. And I'm using the super close grip, neutral handle, so very good on the elbows. And again, we're just ramping up that volume. And like I've always been telling you, the Swiss bar allows you to get more out of less weight. So I really like this for the weight feels on the joints, and you get that nice stretch. And then the final set is with a medium grip. Just wanted to see how it compared. And I gotta say, the close feels a little bit nicer. So yeah, man, let's move on to the back training Pendlay row. Did a classic 3x10 with 225. I'm trying not to go too crazy on the weights here. Like, I don't plan on doing triples and ramping 5s. I'm going to reserve that for the weighted pull-ups, which in this workout I ended up doing sets of 5. But that's basically how I'm going about this. Given the fact that I've gone so strong at the pull-ups, I feel like it's smart to go with the row first, since, you know, there is the posterior chain involvement as well. Also specific in raising your deadlift and all that. So we're fatiguing the back with an explosive exercise, and then we get on the pull-up bar get more volume in. And now I can actually use low repetition. So I'd rather save the high intensity stuff for pull-ups. And that also means that I don't need to lift as much weight, which again saves time, but it also minimizes fatigue. So it's kind of the same strategy that we're doing for overhead press, but for rows. And I do feel that rows are very important for your overall structure. Like, I already noticed my upper back is looking a little bit better since I started doing this, man. Like, maybe that too was a mistake, eliminating completely. I think the balanced approach is always the way to go. You get a horizontal and a vertical. But yeah, man, here's the pull-ups. Look at that back, man. I think the fact that I gained a little bit of body weight and I've been doing this extra volume is being helpful. Fuck, it's hard when you're pre-exhausted, man. Fucking Pendlay rows, bro. But yeah, onto the pull-ups themselves. We're basically doing 3 sets of 5, and we ramp it up a little bit. So 2.5 pounds, then a 5, then another 2.5, and we peak at 100 pounds, which I'm pretty pleased with because last week I did the same setup with around half the weight. So the fact that I made such a jump in a short amount of time tells me that it was likely a work capacity issue and mindset as well, because we tend to be a lot stronger than we realize. And I think the pull-ups went really well today. I'm excited for the gains. I think an amazing goal will be 4 plates for 1 rep max, and I don't think that's unrealistic, to be honest with you. And then the final set, I do the semi-neutral pull-up burnout. As you know, at the beginning, I did a regular burnout with my body weight, and then I just want to do one like this, just to see how it compared. I didn't feel like doing regular chins. My buys were actually getting really fatigued. And yeah, there's no scientific explanation for doing this, just my instinct calling to me. Regardless, I got a lot of volume in with decent weight before, so that's not a problem. And then I started doing the chain curls again. I did these last week, but for sets of 10, it was far too easy. So today we do 3 sets of 15, and it went really, really well. I got an amazing pump in my biceps and brachialis, and it was like a cramping sensation too. And at the top, man, you could really feel the sensation. So I would definitely give this a shot if you have access to it in your commercial gym. Then the final exercise is the 1-arm monster mini band face pull. Guys, this movement is so freaking good. I think it might even be superior to the 2-arm version. So I'm definitely going to make a video on this, so look out for that. And that's pretty much it. This was the full workout. Absolutely fantastic. Made some PRs, got a lot of quality sets in, and I'm excited to share it with you and post more of these.
That was an amazing workout. Hope you enjoyed it. More training videos on the way.